Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Thursday.
Hi. It's Thursday. Here we go. We almost made it.
Your first of many news stories this week. Sony is having a bad week.
They're having a really bad week. Sony popped out of the hole this week, only to see nothing but North Koreans in class action lawsuits.
That's six more weeks of winter, everyone.
All right, that's good. Now we know. Sony was sued over graphics just recently.
Man.
Yeah, Sony has officially been sued yet again. The culprit seems to be misrepresentation surrounding the Killzone franchise.
The what franchise?
Yeah, you know, the Killzone franchise.
The what franchise?
The Killzone franchise.
I have nothing here. Specifically, the statement that Killzone Shadowfall offered 1080p multiplayer graphics.
Okay.
And simply put, Sony advertised that the game would run in native 1080p, even in multiplayer, and it turns out that it doesn't.
Sort of. Lawrence, why sort of?
Okay, this is going to get kind of complicated. It turns out that the game kind of cheats to get to 1080p. As Guerrilla Games explains, or the developers of the game, it's kind of similar to video compression. Basically, when you're turning or moving, the game interprets where you're going to go, and then carries over part of the last frame into the new frame. Basically, it cobbles together a lot of low-res images in conjunction with a 960 by 1080 image to create a 1080p image. So you do see a 1080p image, it's just not native 1080p. And even the word native is starting to come into question, and we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. So Eurogamer's Digital Foundry analyzed the game back in February, finding that it actually runs at a very strange 960 by 1080 resolution, using the aforementioned images to fill in the holes.
This results in what is equivalent to a 1080p image, but this isn't native 1080p.
Correct.
And Sony, of course, filed for the lawsuit to be dismissed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, really, at this point, they have to explain the math that they do to explain how they got to the point where they're at.
And it's still not native.
And people are saying, you're lying to me. But it's like, I don't know. I think it's just a lot of confusion.
Well, Sony claimed that they didn't misrepresent the game's resolution, and furthermore, the plaintiff in question, Douglas Lador, didn't adequately plead reliance on any alleged misrepresentation.
Well, it sounds like he wants the $60 back. Give it to him.
I mean, I don't know. Lawrence, is this a big deal?
That's so in the real world, no, but in legal terms, it's hard to say.
Okay.
Basically, the judge is saying, Sony, you don't know how important 1080p is to Douglas Lador. And if you promised him 1080p and didn't give it to him, it might have ruined his world. And that's what we have to decide.
Wow.
That's actually kind of interesting.
Tough.
Yeah. So this doesn't mean that Sony has successfully been sued yet. That remains to be seen, and it will revolve around whether or not the court finds Sony's 1080p claim as actually deceptive.
Correct. The suit revolves around the employment of the word native, which doesn't yet have a full legal definition when it comes to advertising claims.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. So, I mean, yes, it's kind of ridiculous that they're being sued over graphics, but at the same time, if they said native 1080p and it's not actually native.
Sure. I'm saying if you are misrepresenting a product, that's fine. If they said this gun has this game has guns in it and you shoot people and it ends up being Minecraft, then sure, we got a bigger case on our hand, but we're talking about blurriness.
Well, Douglas might be really upset that it wasn't 1080p. He might maybe kill himself. You think anybody would ever do that?
I think he's got a bigger
What
problem.
if he has special eyes?
He might have special eyes.
Can't see things.
The best part is if he's like a blind kid. He's like, I don't like it.
All right, on to our next terrible Sony news story. Sony will not refund a hacked purchase.
Oh boy. Anyway, so GameStyle is reporting that Sony will not give a refund to a user who had a game fraudulently purchased on his account.
PS4 owner Pockets told Sony that Sony had taken money out of his bank account without his permission.
Sony then discovered that Shadow of Mordor was bought using Pockets' name and PS3. The problem is, Pockets does not own a PS3.
Oh, wow. So Sony sent an email in response to Pockets saying, quote, in relation to the transactions you recently flagged as unauthorized, our investigation concluded that the serial number of the console on which these transactions were made does not match the serial number of the console you provided to us on your original call. So that means they acknowledged it was a hack.
Yeah, so everything should be fine.
Good job, Sony. But then they continued, regrettably, as stated in the PlayStation Network Terms of Service, we are unable to offer a refund for purchases made on the PlayStation Store unless the content is found to be defective.
What?
So he was hacked. Sony admitted he was hacked, and then said that you're not getting a refund. Fuck you.
So Lawrence, what is he supposed to do? How does he get his money back?
Well, we, as usual, all problems can be solved through Reddit. Reddit user SuperDave21 advised, if the fraudulent purchases were made with a credit card, call your bank and report the fraudulent purchases. The bank will cancel the card, send you a new one, and you will not be held liable for those fraudulent purchases. As the customer, you don't have to do anything else. Your bank and the merchant, in this case Sony, will handle the rest.
Oh.
I mean, that's good. Still, though, I think Sony kind of should have told Pockets to contact his bank.
Right.
You know,
it
like-
seems strange that they leave that part out. It sounded like it kind of doesn't help Sony, especially right now in their PR case of, they're like, yeah, sorry, thanks for the money. We know you got hacked, but it's like, shouldn't you at least say the next 2 words, which is call your bank?
Yeah, just
and
call your bank when you'll get your money back that way.
It just looks greedy, Sony, that you're just trying to keep all your money. I understand that's your job, but seriously.
They could have been cool, but I've just been like, hey, don't worry, bud. Sony's got you. We never screw up. No big deal.
Well, with North Korea and a bunch of hacked emails going out, I don't think they're having a great week. But at the very least, try to help your customers, please. That'd be nice, Sony.
And Lawrence, you still love the PlayStation 4, right?
Oh, of course. I'm a PlayStation 4 fanboy.
Any final thoughts from anybody or no?
I got one.
Okay.
You know, we all like to use these weird hallmarks to say that like gaming has truly made it. Whether there's a shitty movie about a video game or your parents are finally playing Candy Crush. I think when a lawsuit firm starts trawling for class action suits, that means gaming is real.
Hey.
Because this lawsuit firm, they're involved with a lot of class action shitty lawsuits. And the fact that there's a lawyer scouring pamphlets for misleading information just so they can trump up some stupid suit, that's real business, baby.
All right, well, we did it.
Jack Thompson.
We did it, everybody. Excellent job. Nice job. Gaming is real.
We did it.
Yep.
Gaming is Israel?
Yeah, that's what I said. On to your trailers. We got the Evolve Stalker trailer.
Do you want me to talk about it?
Well, normally this is where we go to Phil. Yes, so go right ahead.
Throwing a
Actually,
curveball, yeah.
it's a pretty cool trailer. It's a new monster in the game that stalks you. It's like a wraith.
Is he called Pockets?
It is not.
What's
it
his name?
disappears.
Okay.
It moves real quickly.
Yeah.
Does it have a name?
It's just another monster in the jungle, though. It's
Yeah,
not like
it's
it's
not
not like a different type of kraken.
Kraken?
Kraken.
Ah, kraken!
Lawrence, what'd you play last night?
Destiny. I didn't get shit though. Me and Matt ran through the stupid Fogoth thing. Died a lot because of the fucking wizards. I got some marks though. That's cool.
You could have made all that up. And I wouldn't know.
Boring.
I wrapped up some bounties though. And now I got to melee a cursed thrall.
James, I went and saw Interstellar again.
I was in the process of looking up where a specific enemy type was because I had a quest to kill that enemy type. Anyway, I ended up doing some wiki diving and